Good afternoon, Virgo. Hope you're all doing well today. I've done a quick oracle reading for you from 3 different decks, and it's so weird because a lot of the time it's saying the same thing from every. It's like, there you go, tell them that. There you go, same thing. Hammer the message home, and I hope you're all doing well anyway. I mean, here in the UK, we've been extended again for another 3 weeks on lockdown, so it is what it is, isn't it? And I guess to some extent, the most important thing is really to focus on, what we can change in our lives and how we can improve and how we can get things better, really. And it is giving us a bit of a time to spend time with family and children and maybe things that we don't always get round to, and to work on hobbies and any number of things. So, it's all good, really. And I think, it all just eventually clears itself out, and then when we're back to work we will think, God almighty, I wished I was in lockdown again. Life was easy. So count our blessings. Anyway, let's make a start on this, Virgo. The first card you've got is from the Earth Magic deck, and this is a card of release. And I think in autumn, obviously, we do see all the leaves fall from the trees, and that sort of fades away, if you will, and it needs to sort of clear a little bit to sort of get ready for winter. And then obviously in spring we start all over again. So I think there's always changes happening in my life, and there's always improvements trying to come in, and it's always like cycles. You stop one relationship, it runs its course, you start another one. Jobs, we run the course, same as where you live. That releases maybe, and we go and find somewhere else that is better. So it's all about, like, maybe get ready to release maybe from where you are now, because I do think something maybe needs to go or needs to shift in whichever area that is. Again, whether that's a job, whether that's where you live, whether that's the same old thing that you're doing all the time that needs to be shifted or released somehow, and let that go and let it sort of fall away. Because sometimes, again, like cycles, sometimes things need to end. You need to sort of clear the decks a little bit, sweep those leaves away, and get ready for new things coming in. So it's all good, Virgo, and I would see it as like, maybe it's time. Maybe you have been a little bit stale or a little bit stagnant, so let new stuff come into your life that maybe is going to be better for you and is going to be more beneficial to your life moving forward. Okay, the next card you've got, like I say, that they're so weird how they all tie in and be the same thing from all the different decks. This is from the Enchanted map, and this is about sad embrace of like letting things go. And it can be very hard to let things go. We can be very much stuck in like the same old of relationships that maybe have just massively gone past the sell by date, or jobs that really just don't make us happy, where you're just sort of soldiering on and you really don't want to be there. And and again, maybe again, some things needed to be shifted or ended. And I think from your spirit guides, this is very much a time of release. This serves no bleeding purpose whatsoever. And again, whether this is where you live that maybe needs to be shifted, and that doesn't serve you neither. So, or even outworn ideas, or the same way of doing things day in and day out, a bit Groundhog Day that sometimes needs to shift or alter. And it can be very hard letting go of things. It can be very hard letting go of things that don't serve us anymore. But the whole point of life really is to evolve and change, and to constantly shift. We're not meant to be sort of carrying on with the same old thing forevermore. I don't really see that's where anybody needs to be at all. And I think when we're first born, we have a lot of growing and evolving in our lives. We're learning to walk, we're learning to talk, we go to school, we learn new things, new subjects, we meet new people. When we leave school, we find jobs, and we're off meeting new people again, and bringing money in and buying things. And I think once we get to the age of 25, life to some extent can become quite flat for a lot of people, that they're just going to work, paying the bills, and it just becomes a bit stale and boring. And we're not meant to be in the stale and boring. We're meant to be moving on and finding new things in our life. and again, more excitement, more interest, more travel, better jobs, living in different countries. There's a lot of world out there, and I think sometimes don't see it as a sad thing that things are ending. See it as like good, that maybe again we are releasing and we're getting to somewhere way better and way more happier for us. Okay, the last card you've got is from the Energy Oracle deck, and this is appreciation. And this woman is in a field of nettles and brambles, and it's saying maybe you could focus on the nettles and brambles and how bad everything is and how everything's all awful and how the garden's a mess and how nobody's helping you and how everything's all over the place. And or she has a rose in her hand, and it's saying, and maybe you could focus on the rose and think, do you know what, life's beautiful. And it really is beautiful, you know. And I think sometimes we do need to appreciate, you know, we so sort of forget the appreciation. We forget that maybe, you know, we're really not bad, or, you know, we're quite healthy, or we're not we're not ill, we're not in hospital, or, you know, we've got a roof over our heads, or, you know, for whatever we're leaving behind or whatever again needs to be released. Maybe appreciate that it's all part of a journey, it's all part of life's journey, you know. And again, appreciate where you are, better things are coming. And through law of attraction, we need to be happy. The more we're complaining and whinging and moaning, then to some extent it's just bringing in a bit more of the crap that we really don't want. So get yourself in a place that no matter what nettles are there, what brambles there, get yourself in a place where you can see that rose and you can see that, hey ho, you know, new life is coming. Things are getting there. You know, and it'll all change when it needs to. Okay, so don't be sad that things are ending. Again, maybe they just serve the purpose, and it's all part of life, isn't it? And again, we are meant to evolve. We're not meant to be stuck doing the same old thing forevermore, or with the same old people forevermore. Sometimes we can just outgrow them, or they can outgrow us, and you've just got to see it as like, hey ho, there's bigger and better out there in every respect, and you know that, Virgo. So please don't worry, everything's all good, you know, for everybody, and we'll all get there. Please help me by pressing the like button if you possibly could. That would massively help me, so I don't feel like I'm just sitting here talking to myself day in and day out, same old. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Take care of your health, take care of yourselves, and I wish you all the very, very best, and I will speak to you again in a fortnight or thereabouts. So yeah, thank you, Virgo. Take care.